Let's do this week's Elite Ranked Bloonarius. This one's on downstream, which is pretty rough, but luckily we have Ben, we have only medium mode. The only restrictions are Dart Monkey and Spike. Not a problem. In terms of the self-imposed challenge I want to do for myself, not really anything self-imposed, other than I want to just try upgrades that we normally don't try to beat certain tiers, to see how viable they are. Like, for example, I'm looking at Turbocharge for tier 1. And for the other tiers, we'll think of something else, but I just want to try something that's not Sticky Bomb, not Moby Limb, not Tack Zone. Because, like, we've seen that already. And unfortunately, the way bosses work, those are always going to be the best options every single week. Because they're never restricted. This is the only week I think they've banned 2 towers entirely. But 2 towers isn't really enough, I gotta say. Oh yeah, in terms of the farming method, it's going to be the exact same. I'm just going to maximize, or do the most efficient farming strategy, which is the marketplace and flavor trades into a mini Monkeyopolis and a Trade Empire army after the Opolis. So money-wise, the strategy is going to use meta, but I need that in order to afford money for towers that aren't as great as what you normally get. Okay, folks, so we have the 6 marketplaces and 1 flavor trades. Now I'm going to start upgrading my defense for Elite Bloonarius tier 1. So I did say turbochargers earlier, so I'm thinking 042 spam. Is that a cheap and affordable option? An efficient option to beat tier 1? Now that's going to work for the mob damage, but a 042 is bad against Bloon, so I think I probably just have to do the meta, like a recursive the back. So how many do we need? I'm not sure, but I'd say 3. We'll see how much 3 does for now. So let's just use the ability immediately. Take a look. It's about 100 per second, which I guess isn't horrible. Yeah, 240 is better for group balloons, but I think I'd rather just get a recursive for group balloons and have this extra damager. I believe it's +1 damage. So it goes from 3 mob damage to 4, I believe. They buffed the Bio Boomer a while back, so it does 3 mob damage now instead of 1. So far 2. We finally got 1 skull, and yeah, that's definitely too slow. We need to get another one, but I think I need to get one of these first for the 70 cerams, I believe, that comes out. That's a freaking lot. That's a lot of cerams. I think 1 outbuff recursive does the job, though, right? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, but okay, that's kind of sketchy. Let's try to build a 3rd one. What do you think? Do we need more than... Do we need a 4th one? Or are we doing fine? I'd say 1 more, and that's probably good. Actually, before that, let me get probably another recursive. Just in case, because it seems like we could leak something. So, how about just a quick 302? You think turbochargers suck? Well, overall, this defense is 15k sellback, so like $20,000 total. Yeah, I know with that money you can pretty much get like almost a tax zone, but as I said, there's very few options when it comes to like what's close to reaching a tax zone levels of efficiency. Right now I have jungle drums and 3 turbochargers. I don't think outbuffing is worth it, just because it shoots so fast that the outbuff is going to run out. So only a perm brew would be helpful. I'm going to stop at 3 though, because if I go any more than 3, then it's obviously not a good strategy, because it's too expensive. I think I'm gonna work on my Monkeyopolis though. Yeah, while we're about to kill this, I think there's enough. This is pretty slow though. 4 minutes. All right, last skull, and I could probably get away with selling some of this just to rush a BRF. Like I might sell marketplaces to get it faster. So let's sell this. Let's sell this. Let's sell 1 marketplace. 2 marketplace for this guy. And I'll sell all the turbocharges once we get the last 2k damage in. And yeah, we'll have killed Bloonarius in under 5 minutes. Not that great, but I mean, there's not really much you can do. I'd say it's an okay option. Turbocharges. They did about as I expected. So, sell, sell, sell. 2. And now we save for the Opolis. Okay, after this round, I think I'm just gonna go for it. So sell, you, and 1 more. There we go. Is the 2-form Opolis worth? Yes, 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 yes. It's by far the best option in the game. Like, between Tier 1 and Tier 2. I've crunched some numbers on it before. Made a video on that, if you're interested in more details on that. But yeah, now that we got this, I think I would want to go for boats, trade empires, because why not? So let's spam a bunch of 030 or 003s, and then hopefully afford trade empire before Tier 2 comes in. Alright, and there is 20 merchantmen with a bit of room to spare too with the water. Now, let's buy one central market, but I gotta stop there. I gotta save up for my defense for Tier 2. Here's what I'm thinking. Bloon Incineration. Bloon Incineration is basically meant for mob damage, so that should mean it does decent against Bloonarius, right? Well, we'll find out. However, I don't think that's enough to beat Tier 2 solo, because the thing is you can't really buff the Bloon Incineration that much. I think how it works is that it's the DOT that does the most damage, but if you like overclock it, it doesn't increase the DOT. So I might need to add something else. Okay, I am 3,000 shorts. Okay, I'll make money mid-round with the Monkeyopolis. So we'll get this in no time. One more crate. There we go. I will cross-path just because this also is pretty good balloon damage. Like, I don't think I have to buy additional, like, balloon defense because this thing does really good against grouped, you know, BFBs, which is what Elite Bloonarius spawns. But as you can see, the damage is not fast enough right now, and it cannot be increased, the 100 per tick. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to buy something else. So let me try this tower. What do you guys think of Elite Defender? Not 025, but we're just gonna go for the straight mob damage. So 205 on strong. Also, we'll get jungle drums too. And yeah, let's take a look at the damage. Is this thing worth it? A couple hundred DPS versus... I think this one, yeah, this one goes up in DPS much faster, I'm pretty sure. But that's probably because it's also attacking other balloons underneath it. Yeah, it's already down here, and we're only at 1/8. I think we gotta add another tower. Again, we're trying to go at non-meta, so I can't just drop a Mad or an Avatar Wrath. But yeah, watch this. I don't need to buy much defense for the balloons here, because I can just wall fire the crap out of the BFBs. And then my cursive at the back deals with the other balloons, is that right? If not, I'll just drop a couple wall fires back here, and we should be good. As you can see, Bloon Sin's good for the cleanup and mob damage, but unfortunately it's not good enough. So let's see what else I should add. Oh, here's a good option. Or not a good option, but I'm just curious. Archmage. This thing is meant for mob damage. And how is it? It's okay, I guess. This setup is getting expensive. Yeah, let's count. So, let's see. 50,000 for the Archmage. Another 50,000 for the Bloon Sin. And another 25k for the Elite Defender. So, with that amount of money, you could have just gone mad at an overclock. And Blooners would have been dead now. I know I keep saying this, but like that's the inherent flaw with bosses and not adding restrictions every week. You're literally gonna, like, the other A, B tier options are so much worse than the S tier options in MAD. So, no one in the right mind would ever go these towers if you had MAD enabled. Now, you see, the problem with adding even more restrictions is that the HP of the Bloonarius is already so high that it's gonna make the bosses way too hard if they restrict all the best upgrades, you know what I mean? That's why I was hoping, like, you know, 6 months ago when the boss came out. I think I mentioned this. I even mentioned that, like, in the first 2 weeks. That I was hoping that the HP of Bloonarius wasn't static. Like, some weeks it'd be 40 million for tier 5, and then other weeks, maybe it's 10 million, but the restrictions are insane. That way, we would get some variety. Unfortunately, right now, because it doesn't look like NK has any plans to change the HP thresholds, there's just very few things that will do 40 million damage in the first place. Alright, let's just kill this faster. At this point, you can already tell that he's, it's not looking good. I'm just gonna get a Dark Champion straight up. It also would be nice to know which tower did the most boss damage, because right now, you can tell this thing did 220k, but how much is that is on the boss versus Bloons? You can tell for sure that this guy did exactly 58, because he can only target the Bloonarius. But yeah, the rest it's hard to tell. Okay, last few BFBs. I'm going to Dark Shift back here, because defense. Just to make sure I beat the BFBs here, and I should be fine. Right? Right? Yes, indeed. So, let's kill this down. Actually, I can just sell this right now. And let's just max out the marketplaces. So we have 7, 8, 9. Whoops, I got a Wall Street by accident. Oh well. I guess I'll just keep it around. And at last, we're finally killed Tier 2 Bloonarius. With a very good rank time of 12.5 minutes. Now, I really want to try other off-meta stuff for Tier 3. But here's the problem. There is nothing that will really work. Like, we only have a few options. It's Vengeful True Sun God or Paragons. Well, obviously, you don't need to get a Vengeful right away for Tier 4, but you do need to kind of build up a temple or something like that. And or spam the crap out of a strong tower. Wait, let me just first upgrade all these to favorite trades. Or, sorry, I mean flavored trades. And I know I didn't get a bigger Opolis, but I guess I'm lazy. Like, this is probably enough money that I need for the rest of the game, most likely. 2 million HP is just too much for meme towers, yeah. It's hard to experiment at this point. It's really just the first 2 tiers you can kind of experiment with stuff, but once you get to 2 million HP, there's like almost nothing. I will try a super buffed anti-bloom though, because why not? So let's go, yeah, we want 230. We'll do first and strong, and we will buff the crap out of it, starting with overclocks. Here we go. Obviously, this guy cannot do 2 million damage on its own, unless he actually can. So I'm probably gonna have to add other stuff. I have kept my Elite Defender and my Bloons in, but I do believe I need to add more stuff. I think I'll just, yeah, let's do the following, right? Can't forget your Super Brittle and your Cripple Moab. Can't forget a Glowstrom too, now they got buffed. The +2 is actually kind of significant. Chinook him? Yeah, we'll definitely Chinook it too. Let me just buy a support Chinook all the way up here. I'm gonna try it to beat Tier 3 Paragon lists. Paragons are the easy way out, but they're kind of meta, and we've seen them many times before. It kills the boss in like 30 seconds. Here's the 1/8 mark. I think we're doing better than how we did for Tier 2. So honestly, this could straight up work. Without even using Homeland, but I'll add it anyways, because I already have it. Let's get Energizer. We really do have a few money. And Bloon's already got 500,000 pops to its name. Hard to tell how much it actually did to the boss, though. But we can only assume it's a good amount, given how many crits it has. And the damage stackers. I'll keep using it. Oh, DTs. Oh boy, yeah, I think I'll just have my mortar target the backside here. We might die to the balloon insides. I think I'll do one last Chinook to this side. For the anti-balloon here. And then I probably don't have to move anymore. Okay, I'm not worried about this part. It's the last part. Got one more skull to go through. Just watch. Let's just fast forward here. And get it over with. Oh yeah, I do have, what do you call it? The anti-balloon ability. But we don't need it. Nice. So that's Tier 3 taken down. With a, I would say, a slightly off-meta strategy. I mean, who uses anti-balloon for Tier 3, right? And honestly, not bad. 1.7 million pops. It's hard to say, again, how much of that is on the balloon itself, but I think this is a pretty alright option. Now, Tier 4 and 5, there's really not much off-meta things you can try because of the substantial amount of HP, so it's gonna have to be Paragons. Now, obviously, I've seen challenges where you can still beat Bloonarius without using temples or Paragons, but that involves spamming the map to the point where it goes down to like 1 FPS. And I don't think I want that, so I think we just gotta go with the flow. Like, Boat Paragon. Alright, Tier 4 time, so basically we're gonna keep all the other towers still that we already have on the field, like the Bloonsin, the E-Def, and the Anti-Balloon. And we're just gonna add the Boat Paragon on top. Just to guarantee we beat it, and yeah. I guess we'll Ultra Boost the heck out of this thing, too. So let's get working on the 10 stacks on the Anti-Balloon here. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill this. What degree is it? Holy crap, 47. I also did lose all my boat income, but honestly, I don't need income anymore. Look, I got $1 million. Yeah, both basic solos. I bet it's doing like 95% of the damage right now. It's not even like you'd have to spam 30 anti-balloons just to compete with the DPS of this guy. And obviously, you can only get one anti-balloon. So just let that sink in. Just let that sink in unless you're afraid of strangers. Then maybe don't let it sink in. But I generally let the sink in. And there's tier 4. That took like less than 2 minutes. You know what, let me just add Ninja Paragon and call it a day. Bam, bam, bam. Don't care about how big of a degree it is, but make it at least 20. Alright, so please be at least degree 20, Ninja. Nice. Well past that point, 29. So I don't think we have to do anything else. And we should still be able to beat Bloonarius with an extra 1 million bucks. Yeah, it's hard to experiment off meta in the last tiers. It's only tier 1, 2, 3. These, like, other towers could really do something, make a difference. So here we go. We'll just spam the abilities to help these guys do damage. Also, I could add Boomer Paragon, but I'm lazy. And Boomer Paragon doesn't even do that great anyways. How's your damage looking? Well, we're gonna beat it for sure. But it's now a matter of how long it will take. I think the biggest problem will be once it gets past the first loop, then this guy won't do its story damage. And that's where most of the boss damage comes from with this guy. Doing a whopping 100k per second. No, I think we'll have this. We'll have this. Even if, when it gets out of range of the Bulb Paragon, the Ninja does enough DPS to clean up. So I'm not too worried. Current pops on this guy. Finally passed 5 million. Not bad. And there's the last bit, so yeah. Looks like with these two Paragons, you can pretty much solo Elite Bloonarius, at least on this map here. 25-minute rank time. Definitely the best I could do with my current challenge. And GG. Where does that rank us? Very low. So yeah, that does it for this week.